Okay, now we're in week 1. Now, the new scouting update won't really give you anything in week 1 of the preseason. You're not going to see it. Actually, no, we're going to advance to week 2. Because week 2 is the first week that we're going to see the effects of the new scouting tool. So, that top tab there, hire and assign scouts. Let's select that. Here's your scouting screen, essentially, where we're going to start at. The objectives, prospects, region breakdown, mock drafts. In week 2 of the preseason, all you can really do is jump into that scouts tab. Scout info. In your scouts page, hire, fire, reassign, right? Take a look at the scouts, and there's some customizable options here that we're going to really like. Now, something that's a little newer is scout position expertise. Each scout has position expertise. When a scout is evaluating players, those specific position prospects will receive a report completion bonus during each stage. So, different tiers. Okay, positions there you're seeing. Now, your scouting assignment screen. There's your tiers. You can kind of take a look. You're going to assign the region. They're going to have 1 or 2 position expertise slots. Now, if you take a look at the region, you can change that region. Assign your scout to, say, this one's essential, so we'll keep him there, but you can change that, right? If you wanted to, you could. Southeast, right? Northeast, right? This guy, he wants to do national. That's fine. Right, now these are things that are going to look simple and make sense, but add to the franchise feel. Drew Walker. So now you can fire. If you press X, are you sure you want to fire this guy? You can. Boom. Let's take a look and see what happens if we do that. Isaac Allison. Let's take a tier 1 and let's fire Quinn McKenzie. Confirm. You successfully fired the scout. Now we have a scout that's gone. Is it giving us opportunity to hire another scout right now? No, it is not. No, it is not. Not from the looks of it. But we have assigned a scout, so don't fire your scout right away. Let's take a jump to regular season. When we jump to regular season, we're really going to start to see more of how that scouting tool works. Before we do that, we're going to choose a draft class. Now, auto-generated, sometimes it's fun. Download from Madden, share, import from local. We'll import local file. I believe we already have the file. So there it is there. You'll see all the players that have been, carefully created. Once you've done that, you're going to move over to the scouting screen. Prospects, your first tab. You're going to see those tabs unlocked. Top 10 prospects is going to show first. You can sort by region or by position. When you select a player, you have scouting report, physicals, right, which you'll get more further on in the season, combine, scouting report, pro days for the National Football League. You'll see question marks because we haven't really scouted the player yet. We don't know enough about the player. Really much more to look at than we're used to, team. With the scouting, always looks for the massive hit, player notes, typically avoids getting flagged, motor's always running. So there's some things that we're familiar with. It's nice. It's W's. It really is. The top 10 scouts region breakdown. Let's take a look there. Nice. Yo, this is what we're talking about, team. This is really what we like to see. Show me something that looks good, that works good, that feels good. It makes me want to play Madden franchise. So, by region, you're going to see the highlighted area, the top prospects in the region, strengths, weaknesses, by position. By position. Let's select national here. That's going to show everyone. Now, if we want to break it down to, say, Southeast, it's going to show our scout there that's focusing in that area. 5% efficiency boost when scouting linebacker positions. Okay, so you're going to see the scout's expertise, which is going to affect those red and green arrows from what it looks like, team. Mock drafts we don't see yet. Let's advance next week and see what we get that might look different from the scouting tool. Okay, come week 2, we have regional focused scouting. Assign your regional scouts position to focus their evaluation efforts on. Okay, let's take a look. Regional focus scouting. Choose regional scouting focus or delegate decisions to the staff. Let's choose. It looks like if you don't want to do that, you can select that second option there. All right, so we are taking a look at the map that we just learned and liked. If we go west region, we can select Y to select position focus. You'll see it there in the right. There's 2 quarterbacks in the top 5 prospects there. Let's go quarterback. Focus position was assigned, W. Yeah, we're taking a look at the new scouting tool in Madden. Okay, we've assigned position focuses per region. We've assigned scouts to those regions, and those scouts have positional expertise that give a boost when scouting those players in those regions. So there's some depth to it. Let's advance a week. You're seeing those tabs on the left hand side we've looked at. Let's see if we get anything different in week 3. Okay, in week 3 we're gonna land mock draft 1. Okay, nice. Set which picks would land on which team if the draft took place this week. Okay, mock draft 1. Interesting. Okay, mock draft 2, 3. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have 5 mock drafts. So you can use this mock draft to scout and maybe move focuses. If you press Y on the scouting screen, you're gonna see the breakdown of when this new scouting program is gonna give you opportunities to do things. So week 1, week 2, week 7, more progress revealed via National Scout. Week 8, select positional focus for National Scout. Week 11, select super focused scouting players. Then we're going to have Combine, Pro Day, private workouts. Report completion unlocks 10% player traits and base athleticism. Every 10% gets 1 skill letter grade. So the report completion unlocks, it's telling you there, based on the amount that we've scouted that player, how much we're going to learn. We're seeing what's going on. If we take a look at the prospects, is it going to show us anything more? So completion rate is still sitting at 20. After several weeks now, after the first mock draft, any percent change on the completion rate on the scouting. So let's go into week 4. The new system is looking good. It looks good. It feels good. You're going to select your scouts, give them focuses based on regions. Okay. Those scouts, depending on who they are going to have different positional expertise. Okay. Now you can place those scouts in certain regions based on which players are there over the course of the scouting program, which is nice. You're going to get a mock draft, okay, in about week 3. Okay, you can look at the region breakdown. Okay, your scout gets a boost, of course, based on his focuses. Okay, you can see the top 10. Your mock drafts, it looks like we're going to have about 5 before the draft. So you can use that if you'd like to determine really which route to go, which focuses to make. In week 7, you're going to see that completion rate jump up. Per the key, it was accurate. So you're going to see based on regions, scouts that are in particular regions and their focuses, where that completion rate goes. And just, it's a W to see. And on the left-hand side there, you see the up arrows, down arrows, based on those focuses per region, depending on your decisions with the new scouting tool. Let's go to week 8. All right, mock draft 2 is going to arrive in week 8. Let's take a look here. That mock draft tool, which you can get from the scouting screen as well, is going to give you 5 mock drafts, it looks like. The second one is a little bit different. So that's interesting. Thibodeau and Stingley still sitting on top. I do think that top 10 may have changed a little bit. Let's jump into week 11. Scouting focus player. Okay, here we go. In week 11, we have a little bit of something new here from the scouting program. Let's take a look. Scouting focus player. Read the results your scouts compiled from in-person observations at practice and in-game action. Choose focus players, or if you don't want to, you can delegate to the staff. Choose players for super focused scouting, 0 of 3. Okay, we have some. Let's go ahead and select the top running back as our first one, the top 2 players as our second, and third players for our super focused scouting. Of course, you're going to start seeing different tabs on the left-hand side of the screen there, which we'll cover at a little bit of a different time with more depth. When right now, of course, we're covering that scouting tool, that new scouting tool. Week 15, let's do a quick check on completion percentage here. Okay, we've seen some completion percentage go up over the course of the season. That looks like it's the players that we've decided to make our super focused players. So you're going to get some early completion rates on those players. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. Top 5 projection. You got your notes. Always looking to intercept passes. Love to see it. Hop, running, motor. Look at all the ratings. Great, 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 great. You still have combine and pro days coming. You're seeing some of those question marks disappear. Catching A, hit power B, tackle B, man coverage A. So, nice. Okay, so we're seeing some of those grades be revealed for us. Okay, come playoff time, are we seeing any change in completion percentage for scouted players? Not. We are not. We're covering the new scouting tool for Madden NFL 22 franchise mode. So quick recap. When you first jump into franchise mode with the new tool, in week 2 of the preseason, you're going to be able to select focuses per region for your scouts. You can fire scouts at that time, but don't do it. We tried that out. You won't have an opportunity to hire a new one at that time. As far as week 2 of the preseason goes, you're going to select those regional focuses for your scouts. Okay, those scouts are going to have positional expertise, up to one or two positions of expertise. When you get into the regular season, come week 1, you're going to go ahead and do some more signing with that new scouting tool. Okay, because you're going to then have the opportunity to upload the draft class via Madden Share or local file or doing the auto generated. Okay, so you'll make that choice at that time. On the scouting screen early on, you can check the key. It'll give you a breakdown of what exactly is happening. The more the merrier. Now, when you get into the season, you're going to start to see, after the mock drafts, the completion percentage is going to go up. Okay, there comes a point where you're going to select 3 players as a super focused player. There's 3. You're seeing those players get a higher rate of completion on their scouting. Those 3 super focused players teams are going to give you a higher rate of completion, which really will unlock more grades versus question marks for the scales. Okay, your scouts, when we talk about selecting region, those regions are pretty locked throughout the year for the most part, other than when you have those opportunities to set those regional focuses. So those scouts, you can select a focus into an area based on, either their positional expertise, the prospects in the area, and or both, and or none. You're going to have multiple mock drafts throughout the year. Looks like, I believe we've had 2 already. We have seen that change throughout the course of the season as far as the players that are on top. Thibodeau did drop down to 2 after some time. Stingley jumped up to number 1 on the top 10. So the top 10 prospects chart has changed a bit. Let's jump to Super Bowl week. Now in Super Bowl week, what we've been really tracking is just how that scouting tool works. Is it a W, is it not? If you're just jumping into Madden franchise this year for the very first time, it's a W. If you're coming from former Madden franchises, the scouting tool is still a W. Up to the Super Bowl, we really haven't had much change. Let's jump into offseason. Let's see what we get. Offseason week 1, you're going to have a recap. We'll do another session just covering kind of the different aspects of franchise. First offseason week, scouting tools. Let's see what looks different. Completion percentage, still looking the same. Okay. Was there a new mock draft at least? We've had one. We've had two. Okay, we're still waiting on mock draft 3 into the offseason. So you'll have 2 during the regular season, it looks like. Let's go to the re-signing period, which is 1 advance. All right, mock draft 3 is going to come after 1 advance. Stingley's on top. Oh, we're seeing quite a bit of change. Thibodeau has dropped way down. Michi's still in the top 10. So you're seeing those green and red arrows, which are being affected by your scouting reports. Completion percentage still looking the same, but the mock draft has changed a bit. It looks like our completion percentage reports have not been affected yet into second week of the offseason. All right, let's advance. All right, so after a few advances in the offseason, you're going to see combine results. Big W. Big W. Big W. That's what we're going to call the review of the scouting tool for this session right now. Yo, team, that's a W. That's a W. We'll do another session for the completion rate still sitting about the same. Yo, team, the scouting tool is a big W. If the question is the scouting tool a big W? Scouting tool is a big W. A big W, a huge W, a wide W. We'll do another session. We'll cover how the draft works with the scouting tool. Yo, huge W.